KSI has claimed that Tommy Fury and the judges robbed him of his victory, but now Tommy Fury has responded to KSI appealing the loss. Israel Adesanya was watching the fight and he felt as though KSI won in the end. Israel stated, "I think KSI might have taken it, man. I'm not a judge. I wasn't scoring this thing, but still, yeah, with the point deduction as well, I think he won this. Who knows, man? I wasn't watching the fight to score. I just saw a lot of right hands landing. I thought like in the fight, just looking at it as a fight, I thought KSI won, but hey, boxing. Actually, no, judges." Jake Paul definitely wasn't too happy about either fighter in the fight. Jake stated, "I knew that. I expected that. This guy's ego is out of control. Kicking, screaming, crying, stuttering, asking for an appeal. This guy's 30 years old acting like this, right? Take it like a man. Don't be a sore loser. You lost. Tommy had a point deducted and you still lost. But I wasn't impressed with either man. I thought Tommy fought way better against me and came in better prepared. Tonight he was flat-footed, kind of awkward, and KSI was good for one round in the first round and then got tired after that. But I still want to decapitate KSI. We have to finish what we started." Joe Weller wasn't happy with the short fight either, and he definitely doesn't want to see a rematch.
If anything, a draw would have made sense because I don't think either fighter was the clear and obvious winner. Not that it should be a no contest, but it was, yeah, man, I just don't think it was a boxing match. It was a who can stop the other person from doing anything match. I do feel like that's the issue with only doing 6 rounds, is that sort of messy fighting, wrestling, which takes a lot of energy, you can afford to do. So maybe longer rounds would have been good. I just don't want there to now be a rematch.
Kai Cenat's reaction to the decision perfectly summed up what fans thought of the fight as well.
Tommy!
Shane Fury definitely thinks that Tommy Fury looked vulnerable in the fight too. Shane stated, "He looks vulnerable. He's beatable by all of them really, isn't he? They've only got to develop a little bit and he's beatable. It was a bad performance from Tommy, but he got the win." No one seemed more disappointed than Carl Froch though, and Carl stated, "The fight was absolutely diabolical. It was probably the worst fight I've ever seen. It's cringy to watch. Like, what are these two guys doing? It's appalling. Everyone agrees how shit it was. And then they've got the audacity at the end to have an argument. You've just had 6 rounds to hit each other and you stood and held each other. Now you want to have a argument? I don't think anybody should have won. It should have been a draw." Tyson Fury supported his brother though, and he thinks that Tommy is going to move on to the next big payday.
"This is the schmo. What the bro? That lineal heavyweight champion of the world, the king of the world, Tyson Fury. What's your reaction to Tommy, now the king of the influence, the king of all this?"
Listen, he rolls on again now, on to the next big payday, all the way to the bank, chickity chang. To the mother bank.
All the way to the bank.
Jake Paul was definitely disappointed in KSI's performance, and Jake stated, "To see KSI just disintegrating, acting like the sorest loser in the world. I expected that. This kid's ego is out of control. Kicking the screens, crying, asking for an appeal. This guy's 30 years old acting like this. Take it like a man. You lost. Tommy had a point deducted, and you still lost." John Fury was more concerned about KSI's attitude and lack of respect instead. John stated, "I did go over to KSI after the Tommy Fury fight and try to be reasonable with him. I said, fair play to you. I put my hand out to him and he wouldn't even shake it. That's up to him, but they need a lesson in how to be men. He spat at me, so I could have said I'm not going near him. But I know the fight game, and what you do at the end of a fight is shake the man's hand, win, lose, or draw. But these people don't get it today. I'm old-fashioned." iShow Speed was devastated by KSI's performance, and he stated, "Bro, this KSI should have won this fight, bro. Like, bro, when I seen this, I almost cried, bro. I genuinely almost cried, bro. Look, I know him, and I know how much work he put in, bro. I know how much work KSI put in, bro. When I seen this, I almost cried, bruh, because that really pissed me off." Deji definitely thinks that his brother won, and he thinks that there's a conspiracy going on. Deji stated, "I think they didn't want JJ to win because it will make a mockery of the sport letting JJ, a YouTuber, beat a professional boxer, Tommy Fury. That's what I believed, and I asked. That's what I think. They just didn't want that. As well as the Fury name that was on the line. It would somehow tarnish the Fury name if a YouTuber beat a professional boxer in the Fury family, which in my opinion is just a bit insane because that's not fair. It just shows that there's so much corruption in the sport. It's disgusting, bro. Like, just seeing that alone is probably turning off a lot of people from boxing, which is sad because that's not what we try to do. We want fair quality in the sport, so what's the point of doing that?" Chris Eubank Jr. believes that there should be a rematch since KSI was so close to winning. Chris stated, "I think KSI won. I thought he landed more shots, pushed the pace more, and boxed better. Tommy has been brought up and boxing's been his life. For KSI to go in there and do 6 competitive rounds with this guy, in a fight a lot of people thought he won, it's a huge thing. He shouldn't be embarrassed or ashamed. There should be a rematch." Minimentor was definitely disappointed with the decision, and he shared his thoughts with his colleagues.
You're obviously upset about the fight. What's your thought?
I'm very upset. I thought he won. Obviously, I don't know boxing, but I thought all of us thought the same.
What was your thoughts on his performance overall? Obviously, it was a bit more of a tougher fight for him. Went the full distance this time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like a massive pessimist, so I've always, literally, every fight, as soon as he gets punched once, I'm like, oh, he's losing. Yeah. But this fight, fight ended, I thought he won. I think everyone thought it.
Do you think there'll be a rematch now?
Love. I hope not, because I don't think there's much point. I think if he's gonna win on points, don't bother, man.
Final question: how is JJ? Obviously,
Right there, doubted me. Hey,
you dig?
My hand broke.
Oh shit, my bad.
My hand
Hey, you
broke,
dig?
up.
Hey, you dig? Alright, that was sick.
how is JJ?
But that
I haven't spoken to him. I haven't spoken to him yet. Yeah.
Well, there you go, Simon. Thank you very much for your time.
Jake Paul wants to put an end to KSI's ego, and he looks to fight him at some point.
Right, this kid's ego is out of control, kicking the screens, crying, stuttering, asking for an appeal. This guy is 30 years old acting like this, right? I wasn't impressed with either man. I think Tommy fought way better against me, came in more prepared. Tonight he was flat-footed, kind of awkward, and KSI was good for one round, the first round, and then got tired after that. But I still want to decapitate KSI. We have to finish what we started.
Darren Till thought that the entire night was a waste of time, and he tweeted, "Watched an absolute atrocity last night in the form of boxing. Logan is dog. Tommy is even more dog. KSI is dog. Dylan couldn't box eggs. No one won. Hell won, cause we're all living in it. Platinum Perry was the only real fighter there last night, and after I knock him clean out, I would comatose all the above. Bad, real bad. Good night, God bless, the gorilla. Congrats to at Misfits Boxing for the success of the show. The production and everything was pinpoint perfect. KSI was very proud of how he handled his fight with Tommy, and he made sure to thank the fans. KSI stated, appreciate all the kind messages from everyone. In the ring and watching it back, I feel like I should have won. Either way, I feel like I accomplished what I wanted to in the end. This little untalented nerd was able to go toe-to-toe with a professional boxer. Use me as the living proof that hard work and self-belief can get you anywhere in this life. It turns out that the scorecards were wrong, but not in the way that KSI hoped. Michael Benson posted about the scorecard, and he stated, Tommy Fury win over KSI has now been corrected to a unanimous decision, not a majority decision, because one of the judges' scorecards was added up incorrectly. His card was announced as a 57-57 draw when he actually scored it 57-56 to Fury, same as the other two judges. Tommy doesn't care what KSI has to say about the fight because he thinks that he's accomplished what he set out to do. Tommy stated, I said I'd beat these two inside 12 months, and guess what? I beat Jake Paul on his own show, and I beat KSI on his own show. I'm head of this table now. There's nobody else that can call the shots. I am the man in crossover boxing now. I run it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.